Good morning. Welcome to our morning devotional. This morning, we're going to talk about one more spiritual pathway. One of the spiritual pathways that I have seen evidenced in the church that I grew up was the spiritual pathway of service. You see, in the church that I grew up in, we very much had a tradition of having potlucks after almost every service. Now, the food itself was yummy, but it wasn't my favorite part. My favorite part about these potlucks that my church would have together was the way that everyone would pitch in together. The men and the children would help set up the tables and the chairs, and the women usually were in the back room, and they were the ones setting out the food. They were the ones making sure everything was warm and ready for everyone to eat. After potluck, it was always really neat that the dads would get together and they would say, "You women go visit, and we are going to go and we are going to do the dishes." It meant a lot when you're a young mom and you get time to go and visit and just be, and the guys would just get in there and they would serve. I've seen this evidenced in this little old man that used to show up every morning before church started, and he would scrape the ice off of the front steps. I remember once my dad and I went to a remote church where he was preaching, and this couple would come in early in the morning because they had to put wood in the stove to start it up and to get the church nice and warm. And this is a really remote church. The gift of service is so beautiful to behold. And sometimes we seem to think that other people have this gift, and so we'll let them serve. I know I've been guilty of that, and some of the rest of you probably too. But it feels so good when we actually find a way to serve with who God created us to be. Let's read in 1 Peter. 1 Peter 4:10 and 11 says, "Based on the gift that each one has received, use it to serve others." It's not only one way in which we can serve, many ways that we can serve God and feel close to Him in doing that. What's your way? Is it leading a Bible study? Is it preparing food? Is it welcoming people to church? What's your way? If anyone speaks, it should be as one who speaks God's words. If anyone serves, it should be from the strength that God provides. He'll give you strength, so that God may be glorified through Jesus Christ in everything. To Him belongs the glory and the power forever and ever. And I think this is the key here. This is the key of people whose spiritual pathway is service. Because when they serve, it isn't about them. It is about glorifying God, loving Him, feeling close to Him in that service. I pray that you feel close to God this week in whatever you're doing. I pray that you find a moment to serve someone else. Go and rake somebody's leaves, take them a meal, pop over with a pumpkin, whatever, in the way that God has blessed you to serve others this week. Be a blessing. God loves you. Have a wonderful week.